Please, take a chair.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone, to MaJaMa Jams, a show where we discuss other people's work to avoid doing our own. And guys, like an angel descending upon Tinseltown, we are once again saving Hollywood. We just did what you guys don't do anymore and went out to the actual theater to watch the brand new, just released Naked Gun movie.
That was awesome.
With Liam Neeson, because as we've said, around these parts, the original Naked Gun is hallowed ground. We are just moments past getting out of the theater, and I have to say, I'm pretty impressed. Honestly, we went into this saying that we think the 1-2 punch of Liam Neeson as our lead after seeing him in the Ricky Gervais Life's Too Short sketch, where he wants to be funny, combined with Akiva Schaffer from the modern masters of silliness, one might say a modern-day Abrams Zucker.
We didn't want to do the old cop, the Leslie 60-year-old in a cop station in L.A. I've done that. I didn't want to do the third one even. Time passes. I don't hear from my manager. I don't hear from my agent. And then I wake up to read that Naked Gun 4 is being done with Seth MacFarlane, has taken over the franchise.
Akiva Schaffer from Lonely Island. And I think they delivered here. But before we start to delve into it, let's go around in a circle and see if my brethren agree. Matthew?
I agree.
Yeah? Okay. And the big question here, which I haven't asked yet to preserve the feelings for on camera.
Not so much.
Can't win them all.
Can't win them all. Yes.
All right, so I think the more interesting aspect, because I think me and you were kind of cackling throughout, will be to discuss him. So I'm going to...
I was not close enough to hear if he laughed or not.
Yeah, that would never happen. That's happened twice in our 18-year friendship. Jojo Rabbit, Terrifier 2. That's it. The man doesn't laugh, even though I guarantee he thinks things are funny. So I'm going to get into mine quickly since I'm more pleasant, and we'll deal into what Mateo thinks. Dissatisfaction with it. I was very happy. I still don't like, even though we get gags of a similar ilk, I still don't like what is the lead-off gag, which is the little girl revealing the thing.
That was terrible for me.
Admittedly, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I will give you that. Now, here's an interesting effect of what happened. Most of the opening bank heist is what you've seen in the trailer. There's always a weird effect, and you've seen it in the trailer already. You're kind of like, okay, get past it, get past it.
You practically saw the whole thing.
Practically the entire thing.
The teaser
was the
that.
opening scene.
Yeah.
But we get a couple new things, and what I started to realize once the joke started flowing is I was like, it's weird that it's the same rhythm, which I know is weird when it's a reboot, the same name and everything, and they're trying to maintain the spirit. But first it threw me off guard that the jokes and the breath and the language was the same. And then I think we get past the first scene, we do the crying dad scene, and there was one specific joke when Liam says, you can't fight City Hall, and Paul says, yeah, it's a building. And the delivery got me, and I laughed, and I think that broke the seal for me. And then I was like, okay, I'm warming up. And then boom, boom, it kept building. There is a scene where they do the classic, it's where Frank and Jane see Platoon, and they're laughing at it, the classic
the
dating
romantic
montage. The romantic montage happens. There's a scene with a snowman that comes to life and becomes murderous. Matthew did the classic Muttley wee, started cackling, had to hide his face because he was laughing past the scene was over. That was probably the apex of actual giggles. But that first joke from Paul got me. I tuned to it after that, and I have to say I was pretty impressed. I laughed throughout, lots of LOLs, which are the biggest thing of this. I thought they matched it. Liam lived up to the task.
Says you served 20 years for man's laughter.
You mean manslaughter?
Must have been quite the joke.
I thought every line was delivered from him perfectly. I think they found a great casted someone that can keep up the pace in Paul Walter Hauser, who's proven himself more and more in recent comedies.
Is he serious?
No.
I do think he's underused here, and I did think the gentleman from the Norbert joke in the trailer was going to be part of it, which, even from just a line reading, he seemed pleasant enough. I would have liked to see. So I think they criminally underused Paul, that does have the chops. Otherwise, pretty happy, and I think they kept the spirit alive. But that's not what's interesting to hear. This man over here treats the Naked Gun like it's a religion. We do too, but it's extra special for him. So Mateo, lay the dissatisfaction on me for the people. Thanks, folks. Have a great night tonight.
We already used that joke in the beginning.
God, how many times is MaJaMa going to use the fake ending joke? Yes. Please elaborate, my friend.
MaJaMa.
Is it a full-on or is it a mid?
No.
It's not a flame out, right? At least that.
No, there are very funny things.
Okay, okay. That's all I want to know. It's not a flame out for sure.
My favorite gag is the windshield thing. But for instance, that sequence, I find it extremely disappointing because it builds to the car going to the sea, because Drebbing is trapped into a car. We don't have the scene to show you, but
It's going to be a lot of trailer footage, people. You know the
Yeah.
routine.
But it ends just with him getting out of the car.
Yeah.
There is nothing funny about that, and a lot of scenes. Or
You wanted the
sequence,
crescendo. You
I
wanted
wanted an ending that is more satisfactory. Even the end of the movie, it doesn't end on a joke. It ends on them kissing, and then the swoop of the.
Well, we
of
at
the
least get
owl.
to the post-gag.
And then
quick.
the post gag, yes, they did. They redid what they were
I
doing.
mean, honestly, they kind of ripped off Bad CGI Sharks, that scene where we're looking out into the audience, because that's never been done before us, you know? So.
Yeah. No, they redid the classic scene from the TV show.
Yes, I
Police
love
Squad.
seeing back. We get the
And that
spinning
was,
cop thing through all the different
And
things.
then no, the fact that they pretend to be standing still as a
Oh.
freeze frame, and then they move.
It's kind of weird. They recycled the police car siren
Yes.
footage, right?
Yes.
Like, why not film
It-
film
and,
it or
and that is the
film
thing.
it in the style at least, as opposed to just
Yes.
kind of.
Well, I was going to ask, was it it wasn't direct footage from the old ones, it was new?
Yes, no.
It was.
It was,
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I thought, because it looks so
It was the
different.
first one.
Which I kind of like. I know what you're saying, but I kind of like that.
It's like you're just ripping a scene and putting it in the new movie.
And what I like and I hated at the same time, sadly, it would be a shock to you, but the snowman gag.
Really?
Because I really liked it, not in this movie.
Nobody messes with Police Squad.
Because at this point, this movie is going off of reality. They're doing an enchantment or a spell or whatever it is, and they bring a snowman to life, and it becomes something that it doesn't belong to the world of Naked Gun.
But they do it through incantation.
They
so
do
it is
it
some sort of
still,
possession
But
magic.
once you have the guy putting the coffee cup through the window, isn't all bets off?
Well,
That is absurd.
I think the argument
kind of
can be-
disagree
The
here.
argument can be made, but I'm thinking stuff like in the laboratory in the original, you see like a dinosaur walking around in the background. So there's stuff that kind of walks that line, and even us debating the proportions of him fitting inside the guise of a little girl. Something
Which I hated.
Yeah,
I
it turns
hated
us
from
all
the-
off.
we
for
all
some
actually
reason.
agree with that. As much as I like the movie, for
And-
some reason that gag does not
And
sit
it should
well
be an
with me.
absurd comedic two kids in a trench coat kind of gag, but it just doesn't feel right.
Little girl, stop.
What do you want, little one?
Your ass.
And,
So I kind of get
and
your.
this one is just like the same, because it's really to an umpteenth level, which would have been great in another movie.
But
not
to be fair, like I said, that's when you fully broke through to
Yes.
not being able to like breathe and actually giggling. So
No, but and I completely understand. It's just like it's a joke that stands out as a sore thumb because it's not in the vein of all of the other jokes in the movie.
I understand it in theory. I just don't think we actually jumped to that. I get what you're
I
saying.
do.
I will say, to see if you guys agree, I thought Pam was actually pitch perfect in the spirit of Priscilla.
Yeah.
I thought they couldn't have done better. And also, I just saw The Last Showgirl end of last year, and I really liked Pam in it. She's always been a goofball who kind of got trapped by the sex kitten image. I thought she was wonderfully goofy here, and I think she truly shines in the white scat bebop scene.
Yeah.
That's like a true goofball calling. Like, I was very impressed by her. Honestly, like I said, I think Paul is very underused, but I was very happy with all of her casting. Very solid.
No,
and
and
Liam kills every line.
Yeah.
Liam killed every friggin' line. His perfect delivery.
And I like CCH Pounder. And the,
Yes, dude.
She's-
The chief is perfect.
They're going to shut down Police Squad if you do not solve this case. Do this by the book.
Why? Who's going to arrest me? Other cops?
Yes.
Is she serious?
Is he serious?
No.
she's great.
And the Ronald's had his promotion.
Yeah.
Okay, so the part where
Ronald's trained Bill.
Yes, the part where they are there's the chief is like, don't wake my husband up. He's got a promotion. If he doesn't get this promotion, someone's going to overstep him for this job. And then her and Liam start arguing back and forth about the specifics of her husband's job. That's one of those moments where I'm like, that is why I live for goofball comedy more than Oxygen. That. And I'm trying to remember what else. There was another one earlier.
I think it's just interesting to see this type of comedy back
In
on the big
2025.
screen,
Yes.
because it does definitely exist. Even something as you could say, it's I think you should leave is a little bit further dissension from this. It's still an absurdist, goofy kind of tone to the world. But
I mean, there's things that have been recognized for humor that's goofy in the modern age.
yeah.
It's funny. I was in the theater and I'm like, I'm gonna make a line about this. Actually, comedy hasn't been gone. We did Sharks, and Matthew's gonna be like, dude, shut the f up. No one cares. Go ahead. Right on brand, always, kid.
But it's really kind of cool, regardless to see if you think it congealed together, just to see it in the theater in 2025.
Yes.
Or any comedy
we need
in
this.
2025.
We need this.
We desperately need it.
And that's why, actually, funnily enough, I don't think it's fair to fully dismiss it. And I would say, no matter how I felt about this one, I'm like, with how badly we need comedy, I think we need to not dismiss this. As you said, like, it's not a total flame. I think it's important to say that because this could have been so bad.
Oh, yeah.
And there was
absolutely.
a moment there when I think for
You
some
could
reason...
have entered Friedberg and Setzer territory very easily, and there are times where you kind of tap dance into it.
A little bit. I noticed there's a couple lines that I wouldn't say fell flat, but they're a little like...
But not lazy and not blatant.
No, yes. And there are two things that I genuinely did not like, is that as talented as he is, Akiva Goldsmith, or whatever his name is.
Akiva Schaffer.
Yeah, Akiva Schaffer. The hell is Akiva Goldsmith?
It's a good guess for Hollywood.
Well, whatever. Akiva Schaffer is not very good in shooting a visual gag. Because, for instance, the beginning when he's throwing the people that are falling down, or where he's sliding underneath the people, hitting them in the testicles, they're not clear. It's not a visual joke, or when he flies up into the... I can't believe I'm about to say this, but it was done better by Freeber and Setzer when they did the parody of Hancock.
Hell no. Big Willie's out of here.
Yes, they did the Hancock that flies up.
You people at home have no idea the strong words that have just been said.
I know. So that's a huge. It was just like a turn off for me. And the other thing that I really did not like of the movie, it was the cinematography. I told you in the trailer it was too dark in general, and the whole movie is really too dark. The final scene where they're pretending to be standing still and then they move, it's vibrant, it's colorful. It's what comedy should be.
Well, you know,
is popping up. All the rest is extremely dark.
Here's the funny thing about that. I actually did not take note of that. I was having a good time, except for when we went from his Frank Drebin intro into the title card, and I was 1,000% of Mateo's mind. I was waiting for the classic pink font. I was waiting for either the classic theme song or something akin. And even though this problem did not translate past that point, the problem we had with him being treated actiony in the trailer had its apex when the bang, 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 shoot 'em up dark like James Bond, almost like Gun, 90s action flick, Naked Gun came up. Even the little joke about where do I fit the U and the G and they can't fit was okay. But I want what you're saying. I didn't feel for the whole movie, but in the title card, I wanted pink font and like and I was very, 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 very disappointed in that moment. Did not continue throughout, but in that moment I was you. I was like, no, not that kind of title card.
That's why after that first whole segment, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And then it kind of turned it around.
Exactly. That's saying. It literally was Paul's line, you can't fight City Hall, it's a building. And it went, and I was okay, I'm open to it.
And I still understand why you have to make him an action star in this day and age for a movie like this.
That was awesome.
I didn't mind as much as I thought it would.
But it does give him a different level of competency.
It's complete. His character is very discontinued because sometimes he's overly competent, as in the opening sequence, which is absurdly excellent, and sometimes he's an idiot when he grabs the knife So
I thought his delivery was very funny during this.
I'd say nothing about the delivery. It's just that the character itself, it looks like, and again, I hate to say this, but it looks like in Ghostbusters 2016, where they're all scientists, extremely smart, but sometimes they're extremely dumb if the scene requires them to be dumb. And this one, I had that same feeling. There is not a character that is either is incredibly competent and his mistakes happen because he's way too competent, or he is an idiot and his mistakes happen with it. Here it's just like
fluctuate a little bit, yeah.
And it's even at the end when he is leaving the arena that everybody's fighting and he is fighting them and everything. It's exceptional. And once again, the Ghostbusters 2016, they are incredibly versatile in fighting that. So I did not like that. I like him, I like her, I like virtually every single casting choice has been pitch perfect for the whole movie.
Yeah, I was happy. Like you said, I'm not worried about Liam at all. I was happy that, to me, every line delivery was great. I'm like, if we don't get that with the potential I've seen, at least we're
We also, you know, we never made Frank Drebin, Leslie Nielsen, into a clown. And even in the trailer, I mean, he's wearing these boxers that are silly. It's just, you know, this is why I don't want to see it again.
So, I think overall, guys, we were kind of bracing for a disaster. There was a moment we were reviewing the trailer, we were all kind of like, eh. And similar to me and Matthew not being able to get a vibe from Fantastic Four's marketing, I don't know why. The trailer didn't really make me feel it, but I love the movie. So, to be real with you guys, it's been a long time since we just saved Hollywood episode, so I don't know what the gimmick is. Is there one?
Vote.
But
it's our world. Vote.
No,
yeah.
But
yeah, let's vote. What the hell? I like it. So,
did we vote in?
I don't think we did.
No.
We're not voting. Matthew's an idiot. Doesn't understand. Sure.
Drive forward 30 feet. Pretty smooth.
Oh. So, final thoughts. I mostly feel okay with it. I actually told myself this was breezy. I'd watch another one with this as him.
It was very quick.
Also, 1 minute, hour 25-minute runtime, I think, not including credits. So nice, quick. Bring back the 120-minute movie.
Saving grace in general, because it's it makes it less painful. Longer it would have been than eventually.
If they'd pushed the 2 hours, it would have. Yeah.
It's not needed. You don't need that plot.
No.
The snowman emptying out his inhaler just put me over the edge. I was dying just at that.
No, he full on pulled the shirt up
the
to over.
montage.
So I went into it saying if Mateo laughed even once out loud that it would be a success. But honestly, he's not as tough of a cookie. But to get Matthew to do the Muttley wheeze where he can't breathe, ultimate sign of respect. So nice little round of applause. I think overall, even Mateo, it's not a piece of trash, and we recommend to the people if you're a comedy fan. Yeah. Also, go support just to see comedy in theaters so we can get more of this. And guys, if you're like us, you should go out and save Hollywood and go buy those tickets. I know they're expensive, but the movie industry is dying. That's your fault, not ours. Because what did we do? We just saved Hollywood. I have to poop really bad.
Is that?
We were ending anyway. I mean, I am, but I meant it as a joke.
Oh,
right.
But cut there so we don't do the same gag of we're going on after we said we cut.
Not again.
Let's watch Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Yes.
It's by Akiva Goldsman.
Is it?
MaJaMa. MaJaMa.
Okay. Stop singing the song.